Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's talk about getting over the past. So many people, myself included, have been stuck in the past. And I'm not talking about nostalgia. I'm talking about stuck at certain times in our past for emotional reasons. Stuck at trauma. Stuck at places that we may have died inside. You know what that's about? You ever died inside? Felt like you just died? I mean, not really physically, but spiritually, emotionally, mentally. Ever have something just so bad, just so fucked up, that you felt like a part of you died inside? How many times have you died inside? Man, for me, it's been a bunch. My 9 lives, I'm probably out of them. And each time that we look back on an experience as being so traumatic that it took part of us, that we lost a part of ourselves, as if we're not on the proper trajectory in life anymore, that we've been sidetracked because of all the fucked up shit. Anytime we start looking like that, looking at ourselves like that, it holds us back from our greatness, from our future. You can't move forward if you're looking back. You have to be able to let go of the past. I had someone tell me one time, don't live in the cemetery. And that's kind of what we're talking about. Don't live in a place of death where things that should have died or that did die are buried. Don't live there. Go visit there if you want. I can visit my past. We all can visit our pasts. But don't live there. Don't live in a cemetery, in a place where dead things are. We have to be able to move on. Allow yourself to move on. It doesn't mean that you forget the lesson. You just let the lesion heal. You let the wound heal. But you still have the scar. You still got the story behind the scar. You don't have to live in that moment anymore. I got scars. You can't see them because I'm not close enough to the camera. I got scars all over my face. All over my whole goddamn body. Been beaten with baseball bats. I've been stabbed. But I'm not still living any of that pain. My ribs were smashed in. I still have some lumps to remember it by. None of it matters anymore. But some people look at events, trauma in their life, and they still relive it with anger, with shame, with guilt. It's so much easier to heal from a broken leg than it is from a broken heart. The girl I was engaged to, I gave her a fucking diamond ring the size of a basketball. She cheated on me and dumped me. And it was rough, man. It wasn't like a sweet breakup. It went from being like this beautiful Adam and Eve kind of relationship where we felt like we were meant for each other, soulmates. I mean, truly is what we felt like. I mean, it went from hot to cold like a light switch. All of a sudden, bam, it was just over. The romance was over, and I wasn't done with it yet. She was. She was ready to move on. I just misjudged, I guess. Picked the wrong person. It happens. I got fooled. Fooled by the pussy. I should make a whole other video about that. A lot of people get too intimate too quick, and it ruins the rational side of our mind, and we can't get to know somebody very well. Turned out this woman had all kinds of problems. It left me so broken. I was shattered from that, destroyed. It happened at the worst time. There's no good time to have your soulmate dump you, but I was going through 2 different court cases, legal cases. I had major financial issues. I was going through family drama. My family hated my guts. My dad was being manipulative. It was overwhelming. I was like wondering if I should like fake my own death so my dad would leave me alone. Shit like that. If I should just escape, just show up in fucking Bora Bora or Guam or someplace and just become a hermit in the hills in some jungle just to be left alone by these guys, man. They're on my ass, just fucking with me, trying to get me in their lifestyle. Fulfill these obligations is what these motherfuckers would always say. My dog ran away. I lost my dog. My friends kind of turned their back on me after the second time I got busted. I said I wasn't going to deal no drugs no more. I was a terrible drug dealer. I was much better at robberies. It turns out most of my friends were just drug addicts. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that I didn't really have friends. All I had was customers. I didn't really realize that. I was stupid. And then the old lady dumps me, cheats on me and dumps me. Oh man, I mean, it was just like I was already down. She like stomped on my nuts with stiletto heels. That's what it felt like. I mean, not literally, but that's what it felt like. I was kicked when I was down, and it devastated me so badly. I lived with that open wound for years and years. Just a sorry motherfucker, because I got dumped. What I thought was supposed to happen, my whole life was supposed to be this one way. Got into this whole thing, capital letters, supposed to. It was supposed to be this way. We were supposed to live happily ever after. I was angry, resentful, that ungrateful bitch. Just would kind of cherry pick through our relationship and really get angry over stuff that I may not have even been so angry about in the moment, but looking back, I was just looking for ways to, I don't know, just to stay somehow stuck there. Like a dead body buried in a fucking cemetery. I just died in that day. I died that day in 1991. And so part of me stayed stuck there. It was 1996. I was still living in 91. It was 1998. I was still living back in 91. And part of my mentality was still there. I finally got over that shit. You know how I finally got over it? I make other videos about forgiveness. It's a topic that people hate. My forgiveness videos get no views, no likes. People don't like that topic. They hate it when I talk about it. But I forgave her. I forgave her for cheating on me with my friends. I remember sitting at the fucking pizza parlor, and this dude, Macon, he was the first guy that admitted to that he fucked my girl. I had a whole, like a line of dudes, I mean not a bunch, but more than one, come up to me, all like in a row pretty much on a 2-day period, because they were scared to death. Macon was the first one. He comes into the pizza parlor. I was sitting there watching TV, just chilling, and he's got his fucking head down, and he's just like, man, I don't know if you heard, and I was just like, you don't have to say it, I heard. His eyes get all glassy. This guy's bigger than me. And he's just like, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know. She told me differently. I didn't know. And I was just like, it's water under the bridge. You know, it is what it is. He shook my hand, was like, is there anything I can do? Anything I can do? He's sorry as hell. I didn't even beat him up or nothing. I fucked my girlfriend. I didn't beat him up or nothing. Didn't send nobody after him, or nothing happened to him. I had another guy come by and say the same thing. You just gotta blame her. I forgave her for all that shit. Forgave her for all of it. She called the cops on me one time, said that I stole the car. It was my car. It was registered in her name just because we were engaged and living together, and it was cheaper out in California to have insurance in her name than it was to have it in my name, just because of our relative age. We were under the age of 30, and when you're in your 20s, insurance is higher. It was nothing more than that. We got into an argument. I bailed. Fuck you, I'm out of here. She called the cops on me. Had me arrested for a stolen car. I put in jail for it. I forgave her for all of it. Then I got past it. I resurrected myself. I was no longer dead back in that time period, back in 1991, when she dumped me hard. I don't love you anymore. That hurt. I got past it. It was necessary for me to get past that. I could have committed suicide off that. It could have ruined my relationships for the rest of my life. Always with this bitterness of a past love that went bad. I don't know if anybody out here can relate to this stuff. This is why I talk about my life, not to just be narcissistic, but to see if anybody can kind of relate to some of this shit and to where I've been and where I'm going with it. We have to let go of the past. We have to be able to stop thinking in this mentality of parts of us were taken because of a certain event. You didn't lose yourself when you got dumped. You didn't lose yourself when that person died, when your loved one died. You didn't lose yourself because you did 10 years in jail. You're still there. Mindset is everything. Allow yourself to be resurrected. Allow yourself to be free. Allow yourself to move on from the past. Stop living in a dead place. It's all food for thought. I hope someone out there is getting what I'm talking about. Thanks for watching.